Like this video, save it on a playlist, whatever you have to do, bookmark it for a day when you are completely defeated. Okay, this video might help you get through those moments of doubt, maybe that week of feeling like you want to throw in the towel and give up. Okay, this is a motivational video at its core. Okay, and I'm going to try to get into your psychology and into your emotions. Okay, so we're not talking about any information about the licensing business. This is not an educational, informational video. Okay, this is purely emotional, base, reptilian brain stuff that I want to get into your mind and to help you change your perspective and make you feel much more enthusiastic and encouraged about pushing forward with your music career. Okay, you're getting into the music licensing business and you're in the first couple of months, maybe the first year, maybe you've gone past a full year and you're still feeling, I don't know if this is going to work out. You're feeling like you have a lot of doubt. You're not seeing the royalties yet. You're not seeing the growth that you want to see. Or maybe you haven't even been accepted by a library yet and you don't feel like your tracks are up to par yet. And you're feeling very frustrated, extremely demotivated, and just seeing like a wall of obstacles in front of you before you get to the point where you can do this full time. I mean, you at this point would love to just get some pocket change for your music, right? Just getting enough money from your royalties to pay your grocery bill would be just amazing. And I remember how that felt when I first got started. Getting 20 bucks for a royalty check changed my life. It was just incredible to finally actually get a real royalty from a real placement. Even though it didn't amount to much, it meant a lot to me. So I understand even getting that would be very helpful for you, but you're not even seeing that. And so you feel you're at the bottom of the barrel, you're at the base of the mountain, and you're making little steps every day, but every time you take a step, it feels like there's another step added to the journey, and it just feels like a treadmill, and you're not getting anywhere closer to where you want to go. So that is the emotional place that you feel, right? If you're feeling that, this is the video for you. Here's the encouraging part, okay? If you're trying and you're actually putting in your best effort and doing all that you can to improve your productions, and you're feeling that way, well, I want you to be rest assured and be encouraged by the fact that every successful producer and artist and songwriter and DJ and TV film composer that you look up to, your idols, your role models that you aspire to be like, guess what? They all felt that way too. All of them. Every single one. We sometimes forget that because when we look to the top, we look to these producers and these artists and these singer-songwriters and these DJs that are seemingly at the top of the world. We don't remember that at one point they were not at the top of the world. They were sitting right where you right now are sitting, okay? They started not knowing that much about the business, not having all the skills they needed to succeed. Everybody started there, okay? So you're not that special. It's not just you going through this big, seemingly dark tunnel and having a hard time seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You are not the only one who's gone through that. All of them went through this, okay? So if you're feeling discouraged, you're feeling like it's not going to work out for you, or you're just having a lot of doubts that it's going to work out for you, but you're trying, you're getting up every day and you're putting in consistent work and you're constantly chipping away at it, learning what you need to learn, improving what you need to or try to improve, using every available resource that you have at your fingertips to do that, to get you to that level of making your tracks and your knowledge on par with the professionals. You're exactly where you need to be then. This is exactly where you need to be. In this moment of doubt, in this tunnel, in this feeling of like, is this going to work out? Because nobody who got to the other end of that got through this tunnel without feeling this way. I had to go through that. Everybody who does music full time had to go through that. And for some producers, it lasts longer than others. It can last years longer than other producers. Sometimes a producer can do it fairly quickly. You can't really control for that, okay? You can just take your strengths and your weaknesses and just deal with what you can deal with, okay? Take it one day at a time. Work with what you have with, whatever your skills, your abilities are. Start with those. Try to identify your weaknesses and immediately start addressing those. It could be in your skills of producing, skills of mixing, skill of mastering, skills of just understanding the business, whatever it is, get those problems fixed. Okay, the sooner you get those problems fixed, the sooner this tunnel will come to an end. And you will finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. You'll start to see some of the dripping success coming into your future, those royalty checks coming in, your catalog getting built, or getting notifications from libraries that you're working with, maybe just getting accepted by a library, but then after that, getting those notifications that your tracks were used in major TV shows, major commercial campaigns, internationally, nationally, right? That stuff will come, but you got to go through this, okay? Think about the alternative. The alternative to feeling the way that you're feeling right now could be, to hell with it. It doesn't work for anybody. Screw it. I'm giving up. I'm not doing music anymore. I'm just going to go get my stable job, my safe income. I'm not even going to try for this music stuff anymore. It's just a scam. Nobody succeeds. It's too hard. So I hope you're not there. And I think if you're watching this video, you're not there. Okay. That's a harder situation to get out of. I've definitely helped coach a couple of people out of that. But once you've resigned to this place of just defeat, it's really hard to get out of that. The fact that you're in a place of, you're struggling, I'm not saying it's easy, but you're still trying. You're still going for it. You're in the place you need to be. Okay? That is the only place you can be when you're getting to the point of making this your full-time income. If you've given up, you've got bigger issues, okay? That means you have to now get off the sidelines, at least get into the game. The game is not necessarily a given and a handout, but the game is a struggle, and it hurts, and it's a challenge. It's a big challenge, but at least you're where you need to be to get to the end, right? To get to that finish line, to get to the point where you see the results you really want to see. So just remember that. And I know that a lot of this has to do with you might have people around your life that just don't get it. Okay? Family members, friends, coworkers, you're telling them, hey, I'm going to go for this music licensing thing. And they're like, what? Oh, that's cool. Right on. Well, hope that works out for you. Even if they're mildly encouraging of it, they probably don't understand it. They don't really get it. Trust me. Been doing this for a decade. Most people have no clue what I do, how it's done. No idea. They think it's cool, but they don't really get it at all. And most people are just not going to understand what we do, how it works. So it might not be that people don't want to support you. They just haven't done the research to understand what the heck we're doing here, right? How this even works. So when you don't have a group of people around you going like, keep at it, keep going, right? You're on your way. You're on the path to do this, and it can be done. It's really, really tricky to get through that stuff. I know that I had very supportive people around me, family members, musician friends, just friends saying, that's awesome, man. Keep going. Seems like you're on a good path there. And I know that for sure made probably all the difference. Because if I had everybody in my life telling me, dude, give it up. It's a pipe dream. It's not going to work out for you. It's going to be years before you see anything. Why do that? Just go get a stable job. I probably would have done that. I think really just in many ways you become sort of your influences around you. We want to think that we don't. But I think if you study human psychology, the people that are around you immediately planting little ideas in your head sometimes can give you those limiting beliefs on I guess they're right. I don't know if this will work out. So it's something else to consider, right? That's what I'm saying all this for is the exact reason why I started everything that I do here, why this YouTube channel exists, why I put a master course together to teach people how to survive this industry, and then why I eventually created the syndicate. Because I knew, at least for me when I was, getting into this business, very few people understood this industry, let alone I had no real big support group of people that could really, give me an attaboy and encourage me. And I thought that would be so useful. That would have been so useful for me getting started, that there would have been a complete group of people that are helping me, encouraging me, and also on the same path as me, right? So we get each other. We would understand oh yeah, I know exactly what that feels like. Have you ever gotten a disappointing royalty check? Oh, I know exactly what that feels like. and kind of just empathize with each other, right? Just share what that feels like to be in this business and to sit around and wait for the royalty checks. That's a big part of it too, getting paid, 4 or maybe just 8 times a year, waiting for those royalty checks to show up. That's another thing that most people have no idea how to relate to, because they're getting their bi-weekly checks, or maybe every weekly checks. They're getting paid way more often than we are. So we have our own unique situations and emotional states that we have to go through. And so I decided I can offer a lot in this department. I'm not great at a lot of things in life, but when it comes to this one particular business and how to do well here, I got a lot to offer. And that's why I put everything that I do together. And that's why I decided to make this video, because I know what that feels like. I know that this is difficult, but it's not impossible. Okay, so that's what I want to keep putting across, that I totally understand that this is not something that everybody just jumps in and does well in instantly. There is a bit of schooling you have to go through to become proficient here, but it is possible, right? Not just for myself, not just for people that started 10 years ago, but students now that I'm coaching. They're seeing those early signs. They're seeing those green shoots of success starting to come up, getting those first couple of placements, getting those first couple of royalty checks. That's how it starts, right? And then it snowballs as that process continues. But in order to get there, got to have a system, and you got to believe that it will work out. Really, it comes down to your mindset. You got to really believe. And I hope that a video like this can help you, encourage you, and convince you that it is possible and you can get to the end of that tunnel. You can see the light at the end of this big, seemingly never-ending journey that you're on, but it is there. And I know that it can actually work out for you. So please like this video, share it with somebody who might need it, and I hope this encourages you to just keep going.